Hi guys, this is Lukas Johnson and I'm back with another video called Which Bass Clarinet Should I Buy? And this is going to be a video for student and intermediate bass clarinetists that are not sure of which one they should buy. So I'm going to start with the $500 budget line and then work my way up. So if you're at an under $500 budget and you need to get an affordable bass clarinet that plays well and will work for you, definitely a great choice would be the Selmer Bundy bass clarinet. You can find tons of them used on eBay. They're usually quite a ways under $500, but you can get one for around $500 that's in really good shape. So that's a great choice. And if you're going to be around in the $1,000 range, great bass clarinet I would recommend, used of course, would be the Yamaha 221-2, and those are they're really cool bass clarinets. They play great. The low notes just pop really well, and the high notes are very nice, and everything's perfectly in tune with the whole instrument. So that would be a great choice for a used instrument. Also, a good used instrument would be one of the wooden old LeBlancs, but a lot of times those are school-owned instruments, and so they've been kind of abused a little bit in their life. So if you're looking for something that's not a money pit, that might not be your best choice. So now let's say you're going up to the $2,000 price range. Now you have the market a little bit more open because you can afford new bass clarinets as well. And some of the new ones that are in that $2,000 range are a new Selmer USA to low E flat, one of the new Yamaha 221-2s to low E flat, one of the new LeBlancs to a low E flat. They're all plastic student bass clarinets to low E flat, single register key, and they're all pretty decent, but I would definitely, the Yamaha's definitely the best out of all of them. But also, two instruments that a lot of people that are in the $2,000-ish price range that people don't consider are the Ridenour bass clarinets to either low E flat or low C. The ones that go to low C are pretty reputable for being affordable, good instruments. And even lesser well known are the Kessler second generation bass clarinets. And the first generation has been around for a number of years, and then at Kessler Music in Nevada, they decided that they wanted a better model, and so they came out with the second generation, which has better key work, stronger keys. And personally, I quite like that they went back to a standard register key instead of a one of the bigger spatulas that they used to have on the register keys, like the Ridenour has. But the one disadvantage for the Ridenour bass clarinets is that they're about 2,800, so they're a little more. If you have to be around 2,000, then this is definitely the way to go. But also because the key work for a lot of people is a little bit on the weak side, and that means you're going to be spending a lot of time and a lot of money in a repair shop with a good technician trying to get everything figured out to where it will play. And then if you have an accident with it or something, or hit it against a wall, then it might go out of adjustment again, and then it's back to the repair shop. So bass clarinets in general are a delicate instrument, but there's definitely some that are better made than others. So as for this Kessler instrument, what makes it different than all of the other bass clarinets I've listed is that it's keyed to a low C with low D sharp, or D flat, I'm sorry, and then a low C right here. And all of the other bass clarinets I've listed go to a low E flat. And all the other bass clarinets I've listed as well have one register key, where this one has two. And you can see that's the register key for your upper high notes and then the register key for the lower high notes is right here, and you'll see it switch when I hit the kind of medium high D. See it open, the bottom one? So it switches back and forth really good. And it's a really nice thing to have. And the other thing that's nice about this bass clarinet is if you're going to be in marching band, Bari sax music, which you probably will play a lot as a bass clarinet player in marching band, usually will go down. The lowest note on a Bari sax is a low A, which in B flat that transposes to a low D. And all the other bass clarinets I said were all to low E flat. And most cheaper bass clarinets are to low E flat. And the low E flat is right here, this key. But since this has the extension down to a low C, you get the low D back here as well. And so my point is that this instrument can be used to play Bari sax music accurately, whereas the other one will have to play that lowest note up an octave, which just doesn't quite sound right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play, oh, by the way, this instrument also has an adjustable neck for tuning. A lot of times if you get an instrument that doesn't play super well in tune, you're kind of screwed. But this one has an adjustable neck, so you can tune it if you're going to be playing a lot of really high stuff or a lot of really low stuff. You can adjust your tuning appropriately. So what I'm going to play is I'll play an E flat, a low E flat, and then I'll go down to a low C, and you will be able to hear the difference in the sound going from the lowest note on most of the student bass clarinets compared to this bass clarinet going down to the low C. So here we go. And that low C is a low concert B flat, basically, for all general purposes. And right here is the low D, so I'm going to give that a blow, and the low D transposes to a low A, which is the lowest note on a Bari sax. So that's the low D right there. So my point in all this is, if you're going to get an instrument that is affordable and plays well and you're on a really big budget, Selmer Bundy bass clarinet is a great choice. If you're around $1,000 budget, the Yamaha 221-2 is great. And if you're going to spend around $2,000 and get a new or a used bass clarinet, get the best that's there, and that's this. Because most other professional bass clarinets that go down to a low C and have 2 register keys are going to be, the Yamahas are about $9,000, and you know, the buffets and Selmers are around $11,000, $12,000. So it's all just so expensive, and you can get almost the same thing. It sounds a little bit different, but it's keyed the exact same for $2,000. So for me, it was an obvious choice, and that's why I have one of these now. So thank you for watching my video. If you liked it, be sure to leave a like and comment any questions below. And if you want to see more cool clarinet stuff, subscribe to my channel. See you in the next one.